Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Hey guys, I just want to pop in front of the camera and say hello, welcome. I'm going to do a garden tour. You guys, my backyard has exploded. It has been like 100 to 110 here in Las Vegas, and the garden has exploded. So I'm really excited to show you guys how the garden's come along. I haven't done a garden tour for probably 3 or 4 weeks maybe, so it has just exploded. I think you guys are gonna love it. So I will see you guys behind the camera. See you in a few. Okay, so we're at the first bed that I want to show you guys. This is a really new bed. It's probably 6 to 8 weeks old, and look how it's really grown in. In the back there, you're looking at it's a climbing rose bush. I'm not even sure what kind it is. It's been attacked by the cutter bees, but it's doing good. So, and I have a bed frame, iron bed frame in the back that it can climb up, that I got for free off the streets, like normal. The mushrooms right here, I made those out of tree trunks left over from trees that we cut down. And then this is a bunch of salvia. Isn't it gorgeous? It's doing so. This used to be a bed that just did horribly. And what I've learned is you just got to find the right plants for the soil. And finally I found the right plants. So that's purple salvia. Oh my God, sorry guys, that was some type of bug. Purple salvia. And then, so there's the purple salvia, so you can see it up close. And then I got red salvia, you guys. Oh my God, it's right here. Let me see if I can show it to you. That's the red salvia. I got 3 of those. They only had 3, I would have bought more. So you can see it right there. There's the red salvia. Now, what is this? This is potato vine. It's the purple one. Isn't it gorgeous? And I thought the mix of, I'm not falling into my pool. I thought the mix of the purple potato vine and the purple salvia and a little punch of red would be fabulous. So that's what you're seeing here. Okay. And that's one of my bird baths that I made. Okay, so let's go to another section. Just wanted you to see this whole thing. See if I can get, there we go. And I love how this is coming out. Like I said, this used to be one of my worst beds, and now it's one of my best, and I love it. Oh, and also another thing is I use the red bark, mulch, red bark. You can call it red bark, red mulch. I use it in all my beds, and I try to use it in all my pots. So I wait till it gets to be about $2 a bag, like a big 3 cubic feet worth of it. Sorry guys, my fingernail there. And for like $2, and then I'd stock up. So anyway, love that stuff. Okay, let's go to the next bed. Okay, this is a pot garden that I have going on, and these right here are the cheapest, easiest things to make, the pots. Okay, these are the pots. The big ones are in the back. Okay, those are, I don't know, 5 gallon or something, maybe more. Probably 6 or 7 gallon. And then there's another size here. What I did is, these are the ones that your plants come in. These are probably the 3 gallons. Your plants come in. I took a stencil that says Farmer's Market on it, and I just took it in white chalk paint and stenciled it on all of these. And it turns these things, these black planting buckets you get for free, into really cool planters. And they look so farmhouse. And my garden theme is country farmhouse is what I really want. So country cottage farmhouse. Let's call it country cottage. To me, it's all the same. So anyway, I have aloe vera growing, and the reason I do a lot of aloe vera, you guys, is for when I'm in Las Vegas. And it does well here. But number 2, I got like 30 aloe vera cactuses probably 15 years ago, planted them all over my backyard. Well, they grow pups easily. You just yank them out of the ground and replant them. And so I have aloe vera everywhere. And because I at this point I get it for free. Okay, and then I threw in some sunflower seeds. So that's a sunflower right there. One of those mammoth ones. So I threw them there, I threw them there. I have another one there. I got to get that red bark in these planters. There's another sunflower. This sunflower is doing really good. There's 2 of them in here. Look, they're getting ready to bud. And then here's 2 more. And they're getting ready to bud. So this is just a little pot garden right here. All right, right next to that, let's just scoot over. Good, I can get out of that sun. Okay, this is a pot that I showed you guys how to paint this pot. This pot is, I don't even know, a 10 or 15 gallon. It's when a big tree comes in. And I was at Star Nursery and I got them for $1 a piece, and I picked up all 6. This gardener came in, landscaper, and as soon as he sold them to him, I bought them for $1 each. And I did a glazed pottery technique on plastic pots to make them look like glazed pottery. So anyway, what's this filled with? This is filled with, look, potato vine. Look how the potato vine is just flowing all over this pot. Is this fabulous or what? I'm obsessed. Now, if you want to propagate potato vine, sweet potato vine, it's so easy. All you have to do is just cut it off anywhere. Leave 2 leaves at the top, put it in a cup of water, put it in front of a window, and within 2 to 3 days, you're going to have roots. In a week, you'll have tons of roots. You'll be able to plant it right back into the ground or into another pot. It's fabulous. Also inside of there, I have a boxwood that I'm turning into a topiary. So it needs to be trimmed, so I'll be trimming that soon. And then also I have salvia in here. And I also have pentas. So that's a penta right there. The flowers have already bloomed, but there's the salvia in the back and pentas. They do great in Las Vegas in the heat. So, and then one of my bird baths that I like to make, there it is. You guys have seen this before. And you see me how I made it. So I think that turned out gorgeous. And then something I love, this lantana has taken over this whole area. And you know what I did? I let it. I love, and it's purple lantana. So I love, and then I have purple salvia in there, and I have magenta pentas, and I think it just all goes together so good. See? Let me show you. And so this purple lantana has just taken over this whole area, and I let it. And I love it. Now, I want to talk about something. This is a plant here. Let me come back to show you. See this plant right here? This one? I have no idea what it is. Do any of you guys know? I'm going to let you look at the leaf real quick. I don't know what it is. I let it grow for a little while, and I love it. And it's probably a native because I don't have a water source to it. No, I do. I have a soaker hose to it. But originally, I did not have anything, a soaker hose or anything attached to it. It planted itself there, and it covers up this wall perfectly. And it can take water, no water, it don't matter. So I love it. Okay, again, let's go to the next bed over here. Now, this is a bunch more lantana that I'm letting just take over this little area here also. Little bunny rabbit down there. Remember, okay, this is the wheelbarrow that I filled with flowers. Remember underneath here, you can kind of see it. There was a little village I got from Dollar Tree. Well, the lantana has completely covered it. So I'll have to dig out that village. Here's another village over here. And the villages are on tree stumps. So that's a tree stump right there with all the houses. And I love that the vines have grown all over it. Back there in the corner where the Buddha's at, on the ground it's a vine, jasmine. It's a jasmine. It'll crawl up, and what I have it to crawl up is, see, it's another iron bedpost. I pick these up off the street all the time. You guys pay attention. You can pick these up, and they're great for like in the background of your garden, and they're great to use as something for a trellis. So, and then right here is another one of the bird baths I made. And the bird baths I make out of thrifted glass from the thrift store. I tried to get them for $1 or $2 a piece. It don't cost me hardly anything to make these. And they're super easy. I have several videos on how to make these bird baths out of thrifted glass. Okay, and then back here is a beautiful rose bush that I just planted, and red bark everywhere. There's another rose bush right there behind the wheelbarrow. More lantana. This right here is lily turf. So I have one there, one there, and another lily turf there. And then right here is orange mallow. Now some of my orange mallow has started turning pink, so I'm really excited. So I have some pink mallow and some orange mallow. So I have another orange mallow there. I have another orange mallow there. And then this is more the sweet potato vine. Then I have more lantana down in there. Everything is growing together and I'm obsessed. Right here in the middle, right there is another, I think it's a pink one, pink mallow. Right here is a hollyhock. It's already bloomed, see? I'm gonna show it. See how it's already bloomed? Okay. And there's another rose bush right there. And then, you guys, do you love the tricycle? I love it. I got this for $3 or $4 at the thrift store. Someone had just dropped it off, and I was like, you guys, someone just dropped this in front of your store. Can I buy it? They're like, yeah, $3. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Okay, and then I have another, see that sweet potato vine back there in the corner by the hose? All right, let me show you something. I had this ivy growing. It was gorgeous. Look, all above and over my white door. Look how the white door is all chipped up. You guys, as mixed media artists or crafters, we try to get that chipped up look all the time, kind of. And so now I don't want to replace my door. I want that chipped up look, and it looked perfect with this ivy growing over it. Well, the ivy died last summer, so we're left with the thick stems all the way around. I kind of like the dead look of those leaves. They're beautiful to me, but I decided to leave that. And see that sweet potato vine right there by the hose? It's growing up that vine. So I think that sweet potato vine will be all around that door. So that's what's going to replace the ivy that I had there. Okay, so as we do keep doing tours, I'll let you guys see it and see how it's going. Now, this is a wheelbarrow that my neighbor gave me probably 15 years ago. I used to have it in my entryway, but I decided to plant it, and I planted it with some great things. That's the purple, right there is the purple sweet potato vine. This right here, these flowers here, I have them here and here. They are Ganzia. I think that's how you say it. Look at the frogs. Aren't they so cute? Dollar Tree. And then the mushrooms. Dollar Tree. And a little bunny in the back. That was a plant that died, one of the Ganzias. So I'm not planting any more plants until it cools down. We're still at 104, 109. I don't want to stress anything else out. So once it cools off here, which will be by next month, I'll start planting. Plus, I got a ton of seeds to plant, tons of things I've propagated, tons of things I have cloned. You guys, I just ordered some seeds from Etsy. They have so many beautiful flowers on Etsy that you've never seen. And I'll do a haul on that because you have to see these flowers I'm going to be doing. Okay, so that's the wheelbarrow, and I love that. And also, I want to put in the green sweet potato vine in here too. So I want that purple and the green, but I want to wait till it cools before I do that. Okay, so just let you kind of see this area from afar. Trying not to fall into the pool. So look how beautiful this has grown. Isn't it gorgeous? You guys, when I first planted this area, you know, everything was very individual. Everything is mingling, and I love things to mingle. Right next to it's another pot. This is another hollyhock. This is another pot. This is one of those big pots, those black pots I told you get for free. And I stenciled with that farmer's market. And I got the free aloe vera that I have all over the yard. Threw it in here. That's a sunflower. All right, let's look at my pot garden. Let me come around the corner. Okay, look at this pot garden. I love it. This is in the corner of my patio. We have topiaries in the middle, brand new topiaries. We'll go to those first. So these are topiaries, and they're made out of boxwood. They love the heat. There's another one there. Okay. This right here is planted with, you can see it. Do you see a pattern? I love the sweet potato vine in purple and in the green. I have it everywhere, growing in pots, on the ground. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. So this is the purple sweet potato vine mixed with this right here. This plant is gorgeous. It flowers a real pretty purple bloom, purple flower. It's called Mexican petunias. And these are easy to propagate. All you have to do is cut them, put them in water in a sunny window, and roots within about a week. Okay, so I've propagated a ton of that, so that'll be planted everywhere. Both of these love the heat. Okay. So let me, and then I have a lot of aloe vera, of course. More aloe vera. More aloe vera. You know what I want? I want that purple cordyline. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to get that. I love that plant. Now, this right here, I forgot what it's called, but my neighbor, it's this right here. It's a tree. My neighbor has this tree, and it blooms a purple stalk on it. It's gorgeous. And it planted itself in this pot, so I leave it in there, and I love it. If I took it out, it'd be a really big tree. But so sometimes, you guys, when things plant themselves, let them grow out a little bit. You may get a free plant or plants. Okay, so let me just back up so you can see how this looks. Isn't that pretty? All right, let's go to another section. Okay, so we went to another section of my garden. I made these signs, which I love. Say garden on them. And this tree right here planted itself. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's obviously native because it has no water source to it, never has. And look how tall it is. It planted itself. This is what I'm talking about. Let some things grow out. Don't just pick every weed, and then see if you like it, because there's really no such thing as a weed. They're all plants. A weed is when you don't really want it there, but it's a plant, and it's probably a native if it plants itself in your backyard. Okay, so right here is what? I have two in the front. I have two echinaceas. The one on the left's a little rough, but it's surviving the heat. That's a bowling ball in the back. That's purple salvia right there, and that's the echinacea. And I want to collect the seeds, and I want to grow a lot more echinacea, because I'm an herbalist, and echinacea now is expensive as all get out. Okay, that's a rose bush right there. I'm not sure which kind. You guys, I left the tags on them, but I'll let you guys know what the name of my rose bushes are. I'm going to take little river rocks and paint them and make them into little planter tags, basically out of rocks. I'm going to paint them so I know what things are, especially the roses. Again, that's another salvia. This right here, that plant right there, what is that? This is called Agatash mango. And I think two of them die. So they're not doing too well in the heat, but that one's surviving. So more of the purple salvia. This right here is, I think, a ice plant. Isn't that what it's called? Another rose bush. This one's called Maurice. That's another rose bush, and it's still living. I just have some burnt stuff there, but there's greenery right there, plenty of it. It's been 104 lately, so you'll see some things got abused by the sun. That's that lily turf again. Beautiful lilies. More salvia, another rose bush. More salvia. Now, this is what I like to do, you guys. I like to, if something's working in my garden, I plant it over and over and over. And plus, it gives a more cohesive look to your garden. This is another one of those signs I painted. I love that it's all chipped up. It says, welcome. I got these doors at a garage sale for $1 a piece. And so I made them into signs. Oh, I didn't tell you about the back wall. This, in the back of this, is another one of those iron bed posts. Is that what it's called? Anyway, and the thing behind it, it's beautiful. I got that from a garage sale. That's another one of my bird baths right there. Isn't it pretty? Okay, more salvia. More salvia. Now this is more salvia, purple salvia, and purple lantana. So this is the lantana right here. This right there. Mixed with the purple salvia. Another rose bush. Another bird bath that I've made. They can be a bird bath or a fountain, and I actually need to fill it with water. I need to clean it out. This right here is how you can make little mushrooms out of vases and bowls. Isn't that pretty? And that matches that. Okay. All right. Let me pause and go to another section. Okay, so here's another section. That's a rose bush right there. This is a ton more salvia. This is a ton more, this is more purple lantana. See how light it is? It's been overwatered. That's why it's gotten light. But there's really green underneath, so anyway. And then there's another rose bush right there. That's another rose bush. This garden bed I'm showing right now it's very newly planted. It's probably 6 to 8 weeks old. In the back there, that is the sweet potato vine. And what it is, this is I forgot what I just found this on the street. Isn't it cool? So I put that in the corner for that sweet potato vine to grow up in as a trellis. Another thing, see again, I used the bed, they're not bed frames. These are the headboards, the iron headboards. Again, see? And I get them for free. You guys, they have them always on the streets. Just always be keeping your eye out for them. You're like, I will now. This right here, let me pause and I'll show it what this is. All right, this is the very, very corner of my patio. I love it. I got the 2 chairs for like $4 a piece at the thrift store. I got the little metal shelf, which I love. That was in my craft room. I just took it out of there recently. I got that probably $3 or $4 at a garage sale. Everything is garage sale. The 2 Buddha heads, those are from Dollar Tree. The basket thrift store, garage sale. I got to fill that. I'm going to fill that with a potato vine once it cools down. That's a little something that I got at a garage sale. Hobby Lobby, clearance. Birdhouse, little chairs. That, it's not fabulous. That's going to be filled with the sweet potato vine, green or purple, it doesn't matter. All of this will have flowers in it, and that will have flowers. And all these things that I'm showing you are all garage sale. Isn't it fabulous? I love this corner. Okay, let's keep going. Some more sweet potato vine right here. And I want it to crawl up this tree. Again, another tree that planted itself. Let me show you if I can with the sun. This planted itself. This is a, it gets those berries and they're delicious. Mulberry. It's a mulberry tree that planted itself in the corner. So I put the sweet potato vine here and it's crawling up this mulberry tree. This mulberry tree has no water source. Planted itself, loves it there. I've cut this down to the ground, trying to get rid of it at one point. It grew right back. And so I've let it, and plus it has mulberries. I love the mulberries. The birds love the mulberries. Back there in the corner is another lantana that I've overwatered. There's a rose bush in the back wall. And the 2 buckets are some type of boxwood. I think they're Japanese boxwood. Another rose bush. So if you've noticed, the background of every it's layered. It always is layered at the back wall in the back of the garden, rose bushes. Then something. So rose bushes, they'll be about 7 or 8 feet tall. Then 4 or 5 feet tall, I want a bush, and then I do my bedding plants. So that's how I layer the garden to give you that layered look. Okay. I love interesting tree trunks, so I put that in my garden. More lantana, more purple salvia, more pentas. I've had some pentas that have died. More pentas. These are really just planted maybe a month. So, and I have a product called it's Dr. Q's stress tonic. So the ones that look a little bit dead, I will go ahead and put that stress tonic on them and see if we can't get them to come back. I already cut them. Usually what I try to do, if something looks like it's going to die or even does die, I'll cut it all the way back and then I'll use my stress tonic. And a lot of times it brings them back. Okay. This is I know this looks horrible. This is a rose bush I've had for 20 years. And it will be just fine once the sun stops, once the heat stops. The tree I just showed you had taken over this rose bush at one time, so it wasn't getting the sun it needed, so it started dying back. But it's good. Like, I'll show it to you from this side. See, there's plenty of green on it, so it's going to be fine. Okay, again, another rose bush. Some stuff I found on the side of the street and used them as garden art. I also found this ladder, like this this Santa Fe looking ladder my neighbor was throwing out, so I put it in the back of the garden. Actually, my husband did. He got it for me and brought it right into the backyard and knew exactly where it should go, and he put it right there. Hey, honey. That's my husband. Speak of the devil. Another one of those mushrooms that I make. These are all pentas. Okay, this is a really new garden. Another sweet potato vine and more pentas. I do a lot of pentas and a lot of salvia because they survive our heat. 104, 108, 110, 115, 116. Okay, this is two more rose bushes that have really grown together. I'll probably end up trimming them a little bit once it cools down, but for now, let me get out of the sun. So those are two rose bushes grown together, which is fine with me. Another tree, that same tree planted itself here that I have no idea. Look, what the heck? This has no water source. Here's another area. Another thrift store find there with free aloe vera and some bottles. And this is a ladder I got for free. Okay, just to show you, and I just put all kinds of cool stuff on here. Everything's either clearance or thrift store. That bird cage was from a garage sale. Oh, over here, look at that. Isn't that fabulous, that mushroom? Let me see if I can get a better look at it. Isn't that mushroom cool? Now, that's the mushroom that started it all. We bought this in Pismo Beach, California. This guy creates these mushrooms, and so we bought that one. It cost us like $300 or $400. I loved it. Okay. Let me see if I can show you what this corner looks like. So I love this corner. That chair with the cactus on it, I got side of the street. Oh, these right here, I didn't show you. See the little chairs? Aren't they cute? I put the bowl of cactus on there. Got those off the street for free. I'm such a scavenger. And then there's another little kid's chair and another bowl of hollyhocks. All right, let's go to the next section. I wanted to talk about this area. See the two Andoronic chairs? I got those on clearance from Hobby Lobby. They were normally like $160. I got them for 50% off. So I only paid, maybe they were like, they came out to be $70 a piece or $60 a piece. So they must have been $120. So I picked them up for $60 a piece for half off. I picked up 4 of them. The other 2 are in the front yard. The 3 tables here, aren't they fabulous? Free from my neighborhood. When I always pay attention to when they're going to do bulk trash day. Go around your neighborhood. That's what I do, and that's where I find good stuff. These were all on the street, and I brought them to my backyard. Can you imagine what I would have paid for those? And everything that's on them is just thrift store, garage sale. And underneath, I have a house there and another house there. Okay, let's go to another section. Okay, so this section here is very newly planted, except for the tree. The tree is another one of those trees that planted itself, but this is very new. That's why the plants are really small. But this is globe mallow tree trunk. I had a friend who gave me that. This is globe mallow, and of course the sweet potato vine, and then one of my bird baths that I made. Sorry about the noise, you guys. My neighbor's, getting her yard worked on. Again, globe mallow. This is a rose bush. It's been fried a little bit, but it's still good. Another one of those bird baths. Something I found, I think something broke off of something. I think it was a iron bench. I use it as garden art. I forgot what that plant right there is called, but it gets a real pretty pink purple flowers. I got 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And then that's the sweet potato vine again. And then I have a rose bush that really got fried out yesterday. See it right here? But it has some greenery on it here at the bottom. See? So I believe it'll survive. I'm gonna put some of the stress tonic on it today. Okay, now this right here is another one of the bird baths. Okay, let's come across here. This is another rose bush that's just mammoth, huge. It needs to be trimmed, but I won't trim that until it cools down. All right, let's go to another section. Okay, now this is the worst section of my backyard. Everything I planted here died. So I thought, and it's very, very alkaline. I finally tested the soil. So I thought, you know what, I need a plant that doesn't care about if the soil's amended or not. I've amended it a million times. It eats up any amended soils that I put in there instantly. So I decided I need to plant things that do not care about pH. They don't care about soil. They're growing no matter what. So this has turned out to be one of my favorite garden beds now. So let me come in closer. For free, of course, I have all of the aloe vera. They'll grow in anything. Next, I have fountain grass in the back. They'll grow anywhere. Now look at one of my fountain grasses. It died. What the heck? It's okay. I've already bought another one, but I don't want to replace it until it cools down. Now, this smaller grass right here, let me see what it's called. I have it right here. It's called Regal Mist. I have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And those in the fall, they said, turn pink. Really, really pink. So I'm excited about that. So this is now one of my favorite garden beds when it was one of my worst. Okay, let's go to the next, let's go to another section. Okay, I have 2 of these red wagons, okay, on this side of the pool and the other side of the pool. I filled them with soil, my homemade soil. If you want a really good recipe for homemade soil that you can get it for pennies on the dollar, check out that video. It's in my playlist under Cottage Gardens, okay? In here I planted, oh my God, they're blowing next door. It's horrible. Anyway, this is planted with crawling rosemary and lavender. So this is the rosemary here. I got these for like $2 a piece. There's the rosemary, and more, or no, that's the rosemary, that's lavender, and more rosemary, and then tons of aloe. Okay, this right here, let me see if I can, I don't want to get it out of the sun. Okay, this is in the back wall of my backyard. This is a hummingbird bush, and the hummingbirds are obsessed with it. Let me see if I can come in. Oh, there we go. I want to get out of the sun. They come here every morning, all day long, and feast. See, there's a hummingbird. Can you see it? It's on that branch. Oh, you can't see it. It's too little. Oh, I wish it would feed so I could tape it. Anyway, the reason they like it is because, look, it's little tubular flowers. See the tubes on them? And they love the color, and they love the little tubular. Okay, I'm going to show you one more thing. Another one of the red wagons. I got the red wagon, the first one I bought a long time ago, and the second one I got because someone was throwing it away. And I think this is the one that they were throwing away. I can't remember. Anyway, it's filled again with crawling rosemary and then lavender. We'll see if that lavender works out. Anyway, and then of course, aloe vera cactus. Okay, so let's end the video here. This is my backyard, okay? My backyard garden. I haven't shown you the front yard garden yet, so that'll be on my next garden tour, which will probably be in the next few days, if not over the weekend. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the garden. yeah, let me know what you think about it. I'm interested to see what you have to say. All right, you guys, that is it for this morning. Love, peace, and happiness, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.